your dance, do your do the Cupid dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your got a brand new dance.
Hi, I'm Anna.
I'm Kayla, and we're from Stay at Home Daughters West Coast.
And this is Millie.
And this is Izzy.
They're our dogs. They're gonna guest appear in our video today.
Today we want to talk to you guys about modesty. It's a pretty big topic, and there's kind of a lot to it, but there's also some simplifications that you can make to help you out.
So first we want to give you our stance on modesty. Do we believe in it? Yes. But we also believe that modesty is for God. It is not for boys. It is not for your own self-respect. It's not about that. It's about God wants us to be modest, and we want to obey God in all that we do. So the reason that we dress modestly and that we live modestly with our voice and our actions is because God wants us to. End of story. Mm-hmm. That's why we do it. Now, it's kind of like, I'm sure you've heard before, things you do, the choices you make are symptoms of your heart motive, whatever your heart does. So if your heart is to please God in your modesty, then symptoms of it are going to be good. Things that are important of dressing modestly so that you have respect, you have some self-respect and decency. That's an important thing. It's not like, oh, whatever, but that's a symptom of it because you're following God about modesty. The fact that boys are visual, period. And you know what? In marriage, it pays off, okay? It just does. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in the same sense, boys also need to keep control of what they see and how they look and what they do in their brains. But that's on them. That's not on you. How you dress is not at all a reaction of the boy. At all. That's his responsibility. You are not responsible for a boy. At all. But I have brothers. And I also know that it is a little bit harder for them when they see a girl to immediately look away. That's what we've taught them. We said, boys, bounce your eyes. When you see a girl dressed not so nicely, bounce your eyes away. As in literally look away so you don't even let your brain go there. That's what boys should do. But I know, and so I like to dress modestly for my own self-respect to show people I care enough to cover myself up because this isn't for everybody. It's for a select few. Well, not really select few.
It's for God and your husband.
For God and your husband. But, you know, you can be more comfortable with family is what I was trying to say. But it's not for them. But it does help. So it's kind of that God knew what he was doing when he told girls to dress modestly. It covers all the bases. It's not for the boys. It's not for your own self. It's for him, and it works out. That's how he works.
Yeah.
So that's our stance on modesty. We believe in it, and if you look it up, it means to dress with decency and propriety, which means fitting for the occasion. So I'm not going to go to a wedding dressed in sweatpants and a bra. That doesn't make sense. That's not appropriate for the occasion. So yeah, we get fancy. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, going to the beach. I'm not going to wear a trash bag. I'm not going to wear a full outfit. That's not appropriate for water either. But swimsuits still count with modesty. Am I going to go in my bra and underwear to the beach? No, because I'm not going to walk out on the street. Because if you're comfortable going out on your street sidewalk in your bra and underwear, then by all means go to the beach in a bikini. But unless you're comfortable doing that, find swimsuits that are modest because they're out there. If we can find them, you can find them. They're online. They're at Walmart. That's like super cheap, guys.
And you don't have to look drab. It doesn't have to be some one piece that looks like you're going to go swim in a meet. You don't need to dress like that.
No.
But you don't need to dress in a bikini either.
Like show everything.
You know, I get that it's out there and that's what everyone wears. And a lot of people say, well, a swimsuit is, you know, a bikini is a swimsuit. It's different, but it's not. Because you're showing the same amount of skin, it's the same form, so...
Which is the concept that we're trying to get out. It's not about this. It's the amount that you show is what modesty is about. How are you dressing? Yeah. And here's the other thing. How are you wearing it? Because how you perceive yourself in it and how you project your attitude in that outfit makes a world of difference too. And that's pretty much where we stand with it. So we believe in it, but we also believe that it's your own responsibility and that it's not for boys at all. Please do not get that because that's wrong and it should never even be taught like that, but it is, so we want to clarify. There's that. Okay, let's see. Oh, our own stories. So,
yes.
we've been modest. Well, our parents always raised us to be modest. Like, you know, I had a pair of Daisy Dukes when I was a little girl because it was totally appropriate. But, you know, as we got older, our parents, okay, you know, put a tank top on under that. That's a super, you know, slinky shirt. Or, oh, those shorts a little too short. Let's get you longer ones. And as a kid, you listen to your parents because that's what God also wants us to do. Obey your parents. So for all you kids... And for all you kiddos out there, whatever parents your guidelines your parents set for you are what you need to listen to. So I know it might seem crazy that they want you to wear shorts that come down longer and a tank top under that or a sweater over that. Like, they're crazy, but listen to them because they have your best interest at heart. Now, for those of us who don't have parents over us, we set our own guidelines. What we believe is modest, we get to follow.
And that's between you and God.
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer your parents over you.
Mm-hmm. Your parents have done the best to try and raise you the way you want to do, but it's your choice now. You're an adult. Everything you do is your choice. It's not your parents anymore. You can use what they've taught you, but they don't get to tell you it. So you get to choose. We've set our own standards. I never ever look skanky or slutty or any of that, but I also look cute. I'm not going to sacrifice my style. And that's the thing. Modesty isn't about sacrificing style. You can look cute and you can be modest all at the same time. And yeah,
We have different views on modesty in one way, because I know for me, modesty is not my favorite thing, you know? When I go to a store and I see a shirt that's cute, I get frustrated, like, I don't care, so what if a guy looks at me, he's gonna look at me anyways, and what, I don't care, you don't have to respect me. It's like, I like that shirt, that's cute. What is this modesty thing? Like, ugh, I hate it. But I know that it's really it's just God. That's what God wants. So I choose to dress modestly. I choose to find a different shirt or find a way to make that shirt work so that it's not immodest. So for me, modesty is, it's always been kind of a struggle. It's okay.
She was one that got in trouble as a teenager.
Yeah, it's okay if my shorts are just a little bit shorter, or the skirt or dress just doesn't quite come down long enough. It's like, well, it's almost mid-thigh. That's okay, It's not, but it wasn't for me. But I always kind of pushed it, so it was different for her than for me. Yeah. But I always chose modesty.
And
because that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, for me, I always looked at modesty like sex. I know that sounds totally funny. I don't mean modesty and sex go hand in hand. But for me, it was like people was like, well, how do you wait to have sex till marriage? Like, that's crazy insane. And I was like, not really. You just don't do it. You make the choice not to do it, and that's it. You set your standards, and you don't push them. For me, done deal. Like, no brainer, right? Like, you just don't do it. Just like I'm not going to do drugs. Like, I know that. Same thing with modesty. Like, I know I'm supposed to dress modesty. Like, I'm not going to try and not do it. Like, just do it. Just wake up in the morning and think, I'm not going to try and push it. Just get dressed modestly. Save yourself the hassle. Don't do it. It was more simple for me, I guess, in the sense of like, just do it. It's just choice and done, and that's it. And it's okay to have both. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to be totally fine. And I think the other thing is, don't rely on an excuse, though, is that it's so hard to dress modest because, it's so hard to be cute, or like everybody else, is wearing this. It's not about that, guys. You make a choice to do what you want to do, and even for teenagers out there with your parents or whatever, you make choices that are hard and that are easy. And I think modesty, sometimes you make it too hard, and it's not that hard, okay? Just be modest and do it, and the more you do it, the more of a habit it becomes, and the less big it seems. It's just part of who you are, because that's really what it represents, and you can show your style through your modesty. So try to not make it so hard and complain and give your parents such heck, because they're really only trying to look out for you. But I totally get it, so
we understand.
We're still girls. And anyways, so just so you guys know, we don't believe in there's a certain length that your clothes need to be, or even shorts, they should be here, or they're zipper. I don't care. That's between you and your parents, or if you're making the choice for yourself, that's between you and God. If you look in the mirror and you feel completely confident that if Jesus was standing here and he'd say, you look good, girl, walk out. If you don't, then change it. But we don't believe that there are standards out there that are biblical. The Bible does not say have quarter-length sleeve, or have floor-length dresses or skirts, or, shorts that come down to your thigh. No, nowhere in the Bible does it say that. It says to dress with modesty, which, back again, decency and propriety. So if you have those, walk out the door, girl, go shine for God and be happy. And we have an article that's going to coincide with this video, so check out that soon. And if you're curious as to what we dress like, you know, see like, oh, well, how modest are they? Or, you know, what are they wearing? Go check out our Instagram account. We'll have pictures of ourselves, Facebook. We've got pictures on our blog. And we'll be posting more because, you know, we think we dress pretty cute sometimes. So
we're pretty happy with our style.
We like to take pictures, so we'll post them. And you can see it's cute, it's modest, and it's usually cheap too, so
yeah.
that's
and
nice.
if you go on our blog, it's under style, so
express
click on it, and it's just pictures of us. But yeah, also check out our Instagram because we'll post pictures for sure.
Yes.
So yeah.
Well, thank you for
That's
watching.
it, yeah.
Have a great day.
You're sleeping, so
Bye.